Get ready with me while I tell you traumatizing things I did as a child that got me in so much fucking trouble. Just been really iffy on telling this one because it's very embarrassing. Then again, I want to tell it because it's a story that's honestly really fucking crazy. It's crazy because I did this when I was 8 or 9. I was still in elementary school when all of this shit happened. So one year for Christmas, my grandma and my grandpa, they got me and my brother iPod touches. Like back then, that was like the thing, you know, everybody had an iPod touch. It's an iPod that looked like a phone, an iPhone. Remember, like all of my friends had them, so I was so freaking excited on getting it. The first thing I download when I get my iPod is this app. It's called Kik. Kik back then was like an app to text your friends, new people, be in group chats. Like here, I'll show you the app. It's this thing right here. Do you guys remember Kik? I remember Kik. This is the app that got me into deep motherfucking shit. That's the first thing I downloaded when I got my iPod. I knew I could like text my friends, I could video call, all that shit. So I download it, I get all my friends like Kik numbers, we're texting, we're just, you know, being goofy, silly. All of a sudden, I get into this group chat with like a bunch of boys and like some of my friends were in there too. So I was like, oh, okay. Before you go like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was a very stupid child and I was looking for a lot of attention because I did not have that at home. My dad was in prison. My mom would party and have guys over all the time. So it was really just me and my brother, and at that time my brother was so mean to me and did not want to talk to me. I would talk to these guys on Kik, not on the group chat. At first we would talk to them on the group chat. One of the guys in the group chat, he took my number, my Kik number, and then he texted me on my Kik number separately from the group chat. See where this is getting kind of bad. Also on Kik, you could have like a profile picture, and like the guy that I was talking to, he didn't look like really old, like he looked like a teenager, like cute young face, but at the time I didn't know what fucking catfishing was. Me and this guy, we go back and forth talking about whatever, and I'm literally telling him everything about like my family and how alone I am and all this shit, like literally pouring out my whole problems. Absolutely fucking stupid. But I was 8. I was still a kid. I didn't know any fucking better. Like I had nobody to fucking talk to besides my friends, and I did not want to like tell them all that shit about like my family and like just how alone I was. My friends had like really good family situations, like they were rich. It just seemed like they had the whole family thing figured out. Everybody knows when you're poor and you don't have a lot of things, but you have like rich friends and your friends have good family situations, you don't want to tell them how bad it is at home because they can't relate. So I would talk to him about it. And at first he was like so nice, like so understanding. And he told me about his family and his problems. So I was like, oh, okay, like we're bonding and all this shit. So a few days go by and we're still talking. We're still like getting to know each other. I just think he's like this super nice guy, just listening to all my shit, just being there for me. Oh boy, was I wrong. Out of nowhere, he just like fucking flips the script. At first, it was like nothing lustful. Would never ask me for anything in return. This is where it gets bad. He starts calling me beautiful and all this stuff, and he literally asked me to send him pictures of my body. And at first, I thought he meant just like cute little pictures, you know? I didn't know. I was so young at the time. I didn't know what the fuck that meant. I sent him like a cute little picture of my outfit because it was so cute, like Hello Kitty. And he was like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. So I asked him like, what did you mean? What do you want? So he proceeds to send me a picture of his, and he goes, yeah, that's what I want. It's the kind of pictures I want. I'm literally 8, okay? I've never seen a before in my life. Like, I knew what it was, but I've never, like, seen one, like, done anything like that because I'm freaking 8.
Story time of how I got BB for the first time because I was being really irresponsible. So I had a sneaky link that I was seeing for a while, best friend's brother, if you know, you know. And rule number 1 when it comes to, you know, hookup culture is you always want to wrap it up. And, you know, I was being really irresponsible and I was being really dumb with best friend's brother. And I knew that best friend's brother was out, you know, messing around with the other huz. I knew because I kept getting yeast infections, okay? And typically when your pH balance gets thrown off, you'll get a yeast infection or you'll get BV. But I had never had BV ever in my life. And I guess he was out there like really running game because girl, my pH balance was out of whack. Now I could be wrong, but I think it did start off as a yeast infection, and then because I didn't take care of it soon enough, it evolved into BV. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure. Once I finally like, you know, actually took care of it like I would for a normal yeast infection, it went away for a little bit. Then all of a sudden I started getting these signs again, but they came back 10 times worse. Like girl, every time I would put my legs, I was like, oh. On top of that, my discharge kind of started like changing color. It was like, normally it would be like white or sometimes, you know, it'll come out yellow. But it was like kind of like greenish, not like super green, but just like a little bit of a hint of green. Bitch, I started going crazy. I thought like maybe I had like gonorrhea or like chlamydia or something. Girl, I was scared. On top of that, girl, I was itchy. I was so itchy. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. Like, I can't stress enough how bad it was. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly this is not a yeast infection. So I remember I got tested for literally everything and I had nothing. So I'm like, okay, it's gotta be BV, because that's like the only test that they didn't give me was BV. So obviously I went to the doctor, like I would hope so, right? Like duh. Like pretty much the only way to get rid of BV is being put on antibiotics. So they put me on antibiotics. I forgot what it was called, but it had like this weird crazy name. I don't know, whatever. But literally it was on my birthday that I had to take these. It sucked because I literally couldn't drink on my birthday and I was so fucking mad, but it's okay, I still had a good time. Oh my goodness, so when I tell you these antibiotics made me feel so bad while I was on them, but hey, it cleared my stuff up in like less than a week, girl. So if I would have just been smart and had him wrap it up like mature adults do, I could have avoided this situation. Like obviously I still could have gotten BV from anything, but you know, imagine if it wasn't BV. Imagine if it was chlamydia or gonorrhea or something a lot more tragic than just like a little bit of BV. You know what I mean? Like this is why I'm always stressing to you guys, like wrap it up, be smart, don't be like me, okay? Do what I say, not as I do. And here's the final look.
In September 2022, I met my baby daddy one day, like September 17th. I did his hair. He didn't leave my side for 2 weeks straight. I got pregnant like October 3rd. Didn't know I got pregnant. Didn't know I was pregnant. Found out November 1st. He was messing with another girl. Me and that girl got into it. Fast forward November 20 something. We found out I was pregnant November 1st. November 20 something. He cheated on me. He gave me an STD. Me and that girl still get into it. Fast forward, we had Thanksgiving at his mama's house. His mama, or not his mama's house, but at his family house. His mama takes my face and kisses me on the forehead. She was so happy that her son was off his hands. Mind you, he don't have a car, a job, or any place to stay. So what I got, a car, a job, and a place to stay, right? I really hate telling y'all how dumb I was. I need to say that when I met that man, I was like suicidal, no family, no friends, super depressed. You attract what you are at that moment. That's how I attracted such a low bio human being. A man that would cheat on me while I was pregnant because I wasn't loving myself at the time. So of course I'm not going to attract somebody that loves me. But hey, during the midst of all that, I'm getting into it with his friends. His friends are in a group chat talking about if he want to fight me, just say that. Like talking to me because they know I read his messages. So friends not respecting me. He has nobody in his life that respects me. He's called me his ex name while I was pregnant. My whole pregnancy, he would say to me, oh, I don't want our daughter to have this of you. Or like, he just tore me down so bad, he called me ugly every chance he got in so many different ways, but called it joking. This man was driving my car up and down the road, down to Anderson and everywhere else to go pick up his family and go to work and stuff. But when it came time to pay my car payment, because I wasn't working when I was pregnant, I was too sick to work.
Everything is falling down for you. I know what it is I'm gonna do. Take you somewhere better.